Hi, we are live. Welcome to this week's Business Bites. My name is Angela. I'm a business growth strategist. I'm so happy that you are here with me this week. This week, I'm going to talk about how not to get stuck on your way to a five-figure month. I'm going to go through some things that a lot of people get stuck at. I based it on both my own experience, my clients, but also other coaches that have been in the same program as me, okay, that I have been a client in. So one thing that a lot of people get stuck in is when we is creating offers. So there's something that I talk about a lot when we get stuck in creating the content for an offer, and we spend both time and money on something that no one said yes to. So we spent months. We spent thousands of dollars. Sometimes we have this expensive host that we host the recording. We invest in cameras, lighting, tech tools, all this kind of thing. And then we craft together something we know people need. And then because we know what people need, there is no question. You are the expert. Of course, you know what people need. That is not always the same as what people want. So what happens is that we craft together it in a vacuum. We kind of do not understand the pricing versus volume. So we craft this together. We spent months and thousands of dollars craft this together. We go out there and no one buys it, okay? And it's, first of all, we are stuck in creating it. Second, we get stuck in not being able to sell it, okay? So what happens here is that a lot of people feel like, oh, I just need an audience. So I need to have something that leads the people into buying the offer. So they start investing in things they are not ready for. For example, a funnel, okay? So they think that they are just one funnel away of making billions of dollars online with an offer that no one wanted to buy, okay? Makes absolutely no sense, but that is how we do it, okay? We see it all the time. So what happens is that we spend thousands of dollars or hours on creating funnels, but funnels isn't a magic bullet. Funnels isn't some kind of magical kind of things that is going to sell that offer that no one wanted to buy, okay? It's not a magical thing. And what happens is with the funnel is that when our message is unclear, when we have an offer that is off, and we do not really know how to communicate with our audience, we don't really know what our audience actually want, we have a confusing outcome, our messaging is confusing, you end up building out a funnel that you need to rebuild later along the way. So it's better to put that on hold and start in the other end, okay? So building funnels, do funnels work? Yeah, no question about it. But there is a time and a place in your business growth when you should invest in a funnel, okay? The second thing is websites. It goes a little hand in hand, but sometimes we start in that end. So we think that people are going to buy whatever we are going to sell just as long as we have a fancy website. Same thing here. If you do not know your audience, that website is going to be needed to be rebuilt later along the way, okay? I can promise you, your first clients is not going to come from the website in itself. That is not going to be some magical thing that is going to bring dozens of clients into your business, okay? Do I need a website has its place in a business? Absolutely, but it's not the kind of a catalyst that is going to be for your business growth, okay? So, and sometimes we spend even $10,000, $20,000 on building a website that will later along the way need to rebuild, okay? But maybe you're kind of a photographer or something, you want to have a website, yeah, to show off your work. You can do that in a really simple way. It doesn't need to cost $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 to build out that website. It could be a 1-2 page website, okay? Because it's not going to be the magical thing that is going to enroll your clients like on repeat, okay? So number one, creating an offer, get stuck in creating content. Number two, getting stuck in creating a funnel. That is not going to be the magic bullet. Step three, getting stuck in creating a web page. Really easy to get stuck in creating a web page, I know. Number 4, getting stuck in niching down. Okay. Do we need to niche down? Yes, because the money is in the niches. There's no question about it. But we shouldn't niche down so it prevents us from moving forward. You cannot niche down to know your dream client inside and out without being out there with them. You can have an idea who this person is on a paper, but I can promise you, when you start working with people, you start having conversation with people, that paper is going to change. But I have been in programs where coaches like me have been niching down for 6 months and still getting nowhere, still struggling, because they end up never ever getting clear in who they want to help. It's better to have an idea. This is the person's problem that I'm going to solve. This is the outcome that this person wants. This is who this person is. Then you go out there, you start having conversation with those people. You're going to find your way through the niches, okay? You're going to find exactly who you want to work with, exactly what kind of language that person speaks, what kind of person that actually is. You cannot know that in a vacuum, okay? So niching down is easy to get stuck in. I think you can agree, if you look back and think about your last year or whenever you wanted to start your business, how you kind of dabbling around who you wanted to work with, getting nowhere. That is when the niching down prevents you from moving forward. The one that is going to win at the end of the day is not the one that is stuck niching down. It's the one that executes, to take the imperfect action, to go out there and have conversation with people, start working with people and find their way through. And here is something that is dangerous. So we get stuck in creating, in niching down. We at the same time have created an offer without being clear who this person is. That offer, we create a funnel for that offer or a web page, thinking about the person that we actually don't know who that is. Which means when you go out there and you start having conversation with people, all this you need to change. So where should you start? You should start by having conversation with people, okay? You should start by having conversation with people, okay? But one thing that I want to mention as well is before I go into how to have those conversations, is that we get caught up or we get stuck in the shiny object, new strategy, freebie yourself to death thing here. So you jump from one strategy, one free things to another, every video, every PDF, every download, every training, everything that is free that you can get your hands on. But you don't stay long enough to take what you learn and bring it full cycle and be consistent and try that whatever it is long enough, okay? So what happens is that let's say you want to grow on in Instagram. So you go out and Google how to grow on Instagram, and you get 2,000 people telling you different kind of ways to grow on Instagram, and you try to implement them all, but actually you just implement a little bit on all these strategies. So what happens is that you're not getting nowhere. So you think, yeah, Instagram doesn't work for me, so I need to be on LinkedIn. And you do the same thing. You take up Google and you Google how to grow on LinkedIn. You get 2,000 people with different strategies. You try to implement all this kind of thing. You implement a little bit of it. It's not going to make it work. So you think, yeah, LinkedIn doesn't work, so I need to be on TikTok. And here you are off again looking for people to help you grow on TikTok. So you do not need a new strategy every day. You need one strategy, and you need to be consistent, and you need to bring it full cycle. You need to stay long enough. There is a lot of strategies out there that works, but you need to implement them, everything with them, okay? But we always jump to the next thing. And what happens is when we then have tried 5 to 6 things, we think that we can't do this, that something is wrong with us. I am not done for this, or I don't know how to do this. This is not for me, whatever, you know? And all this kind of limiting beliefs comes up, that imposter syndrome or whatever, that we feel not good enough or that we can't do this and stuff like that. When it all comes down to that, you need to decide with a strategy that you want to be consistent with, focus on that, put your blindfolds on and go further than the free stuff. Will free stuff get you results? Yeah. If it's amazing free things, like I run a 5-day how to craft out a workshop. Anyone that have participated all 5 days can craft out their workshop. Will they have the same result with the free stuff than if I am there to support them? No, of course not, right? That is not how it works. But can you do it? Yeah. But you need to implement everything that I teach during the 5 days. But if you take just 1/10 out of all those things, run your workshop and it doesn't convert, you're going to say, yeah, workshops are dead. Webinars are dead. Those doesn't work, you know? But what it comes down to is that we are caught up in searching for new things that it actually prevents us from getting nowhere. It doesn't move the needle anything at all in our business, okay? So it's easy to get stuck in freebie stuff. And I really recommend you to implement whatever it is and make sure you stay consistent, okay? So what should we focus on? Because now I've talked about a lot of things that we shouldn't focus on. We shouldn't focus on creating content that is not without having any kind of conversation. We shouldn't invest in things that we are not ready for, because it's going to help you. It's going to help you get stuck. It's going to make you get stuck. So what is the basic fundamentals in a business? It all starts with content and conversations. And I am not talking about beautiful Canva pictures here. I am talking about adding value for your audience. So something that I feel sometimes we forgot is that we get so caught up in earning money, in grow our business, that we forget that we are in a service-based business. What is a service-based business? A service-based business is serving an audience, is serving people, helping people, you know, and adding value in your content, showing people how you can help them, what you do, how this can work for them, how you can get them unstuck, how you can make them move forward, how you can change and transform their lives. That is content that is going to convert, okay? Content isn't king. Content that converts is king, right? So what you do is that you create value content. Value content, that could be kind of anything. This is kind of value content, this kind of a weekly live that I do. Then you go out there and you have conversation with people. I am not talking about sales calls here. I'm talking about human conversations. You can talk with people on their posts. You can talk in people in direct message. You can engage in their content. You can invite them to your live stream. You can invite them into your group. You can say like, hey, I did a video last week where I talked about XYZ. Do you want to have the link to that video? And give them value, showing them how you can help them by actually help them, by actually be there and tell them, this is what I can do for you. This is how it's going to change your life. This is how it's going to work for you. And this is why it's going to work for you. Teaching them, adding value into their lives. So they will always remember you. Always remember you as that person that changed their lives, whatever it is, okay? So content, it starts with content and then it goes into conversation with people, okay? You need to have conversation with people. And this should be done before you craft your offer. This should be done before you invest in your funnel. This should be done before you craft out your whole web page. This should be done before you jump on 50 different strategies. These are the fundamentals in running a business. And this is something we skip. So we go right into building out that funnel, but we forget that we need to start having conversation with people. So content conversations, and then when we have had this human connection with people, so we actually built a relationship with people, we invite them into a strategy call, sales calls, consultation, whatever you decide it to be, and then you convert. Okay, that is the fundamentals in a business. That is where you should start, and before you go into things that your business isn't kind of ready for. And if you take something away from this workshop, is that if you are a service-based business owner, your job is to be of service. Okay, your job is to be of service. Your business is about your dream client, not about you. Okay, the way you help people is all about them. It's not about you. This is something I talk a lot about when it comes to mindset around lead generation, because this is something we kind of forget along the way. But if you take something with you, is that being a service-based business owner is being of service to your people. Add value in people's lives, and you are creating content that converts. I can promise you. Okay. So thank you so much for today, for this week's Business Bites. I hope that it got you a little maybe kickstart in going out and have conversation. And remember, content, adding value in people's lives with your content, having conversations, and build relationship online. Invite people to jump on a consultation or a sales course, whatever you want to do, and convert them. Cost you absolutely nothing. There is no complicated tech here. There is no money spent on either ads or tech stuff or any kind of things. Okay, nothing. There is absolutely nothing here that can get you stuck. This is also going to help you with your niche. Okay, this is going to help you get super clear in your message. This is going to help you get super clear in your outcome. This is going to help you have all the fundamentals in place. So when you are ready to build that web page, it's going to be the perfect message on that web page. You will not need to redo it a year from now. When you go out and you build that funnel, you have the perfect offer at the end of that funnel that people are just saying yes to. But it all starts here. Having conversation and build relationship with people, showing them how you can help them, take them on consultation and convert them. That is where it starts. Cost you absolutely nothing. You can go out and you can do it now. You can go out and start having a conversation, or go out and invite someone on a call. You can actually do it now. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't take months. It takes one day. Okay. So thank you so much for this week's Business Bites, and I'm going to be back next week. So take care. Bye.